Discussion keeps the world turning.
This is Roundtable.
You're listening to Roundtable. I'm Steve Hatherley today with Xingyu and Fei Fei. Coming up, if you've ever watched a drama and wondered why fans are losing their minds over the opening credits, well, here's your answer. In China's entertainment machine, a name's position is everything. Until now, changes are coming. A big, massive industry shakeup is on the way this summer to standardize the billing order. Today, we'll look at why this matters for your favorite stars and what happens when the fight for top billing officially gets canceled. Our podcast listeners can find us at Roundtable China on Apple Podcasts, and don't forget that we want to hear from you too, so send your voice notes to us. roundtablepodcast@qq.com. One more time, roundtablepodcast@qq.com. If you've followed Chinese TV dramas in recent years, then you've probably heard about something called actor billing order. In China's entertainment industry, where an actor's name appears in the credits can be really, really important. It can affect reputation, or salaries, or endorsements, and even sparks intense fan wars online. Now, though, China's TV industry is trying to change that. 3 major industry associations have jointly issued new guidelines that will standardize actor credits across TV dramas and online series, and it's going to start on July 10th. So here, we're talking about the order in which we see the names of people, the names of the actors involved in the show or the series. And I didn't realize how important it was here in China. I've heard the stories of Hollywood before, but it's really important in China too.
Yeah, on some level. Well, Steve, in the past, thinking about, for example, in the 1980s, 90s, or even early 2000s, this kind of actor billing order wasn't a big deal as well. Like, they have, it's not like a standardized rule, but it's more of an industry agreed upon rule among producers and teams about whose name should go first.
Well, in Hollywood, and I didn't, I've heard some stuff, but I didn't realize the details, so I looked it up. And there are some union rules at play. So, for example, the Directors Guild and the Writers Guild, those are like associations, they have specific requirements for credit placement. But the actors, the Screen Actors Guild, they don't actually regulate the order or the size or the placement. So they only require that the actors' names get listed somewhere in the end credits. So everything else in terms of the order, who comes first, who comes second, who comes third, that's all up for negotiation. So what that means is that the agents, like the actor's agent or the actor's lawyers, they can put that into the contracts. They can negotiate that into the contracts. So, for example, if you look at Mission Impossible, right? Well, you'll probably see at the top of the poster, you'll see Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's
in the contract.
That's not a coincidence. They have negotiated that into the contract. It's called above the title billing. So the actor gets their name above the movie title. And that's like, if you're an actor, that's where you want to be, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So what happens then if there's 2 major stars? If there are 2 major stars, they'll put both of their names at the top of the poster.
Steve and Fei Fei.
Yeah, exactly.
But why Steve first?
Well, no, exactly. So even that will get negotiated between my lawyers and Fei Fei's lawyers.
And then we come on to our terms about whether Steve Fei Fei or Fei Fei Steve.
Yeah, exactly. And then if there are, so this is my final point on this, if there are multiple stars in a film, like Avengers, so they just put them in alphabetical order. And that's usually when the actors will agree. Like everybody here is an A-list star, so let's just go in alphabetical order there. It's pretty interesting, right? I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
In China, it's a little complicated, but kind of in a different way.
Well, I think it's similar to Hollywood on some level. When it comes to whose name comes first is also negotiable. But in the past, I think before that became a thing in China simply because, well, first of all, the industry was big enough. I think it's around 2014, 2015 when we have a booming television and movie industry and different celebrities and stars and actors and actresses start to build up their own fan bases, and when especially platform companies are starting to have a say in the productions and traffic, meaning how many views you are going to bring to this project become a factor in either in the outcome of this production, in the salaries of the production team, meaning actors and actresses. In fact, traffic became a factor in their consideration, and that's when not only people but the teams behind actors and actresses start to negotiating and even debating on whose name should come first or second. And there are different I think that on some level represent the market value of this particular person.
So why has this become such a big deal then? Now, why is this such a heated conversation?
I think just like Fei Fei said, because of the billing order, it symbolizes popularity and also the market value of the celebrity, the influence and also the importance within the project, so that the celebrities agency as well as fan clubs and also production companies, they are having this kind of negotiations or sometimes fights or wars over the billing order of this celebrities or actors.
Sorry, finish your thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means we are seeing this kind of new regulations. It is, for one thing, to somehow to control or manage the disputes over the actor billing order dispute.
So in China, I don't know if this is true in Hollywood or not, but in China, an actor's previous billing status directly dictates their salary for future projects. So securing a lead role credit, meaning when the credits roll, your name appears first. If you get that, then you can negotiate, or your agents can negotiate a higher salary for your next project.
Well, yes, because on some level, being a lead role in a major project means something when it comes to your market value, when it comes to how many people you can attract to watch our television or TV dramas. And if you've been to that position and you've been proved to bring good profits for this project, of course for the next one you can negotiate higher prices. But the interesting here, Steve, is that when this project failed, for instance, two leading roles in this TV drama, and this TV drama was not as popular as they
expected.
Yes.
And then I'm hoping it was Fei Fei and Steve instead of Steve and Fei Fei.
We are blaming each other. It's because Steve that this project didn't work out. It's not because of me.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a gamble in that way.
Yeah, so I think that's why this time we're seeing like these different bodies coming up with these new rules, is because you can't just pick the fruits but not labor, burden all the responsibilities as a lead role. As a lead role, that means whether this project is successful or not is partly is your responsibility.
And the fans care.
Yes.
They care a lot.
Well, especially when it comes to those traffic stars, meaning those who have huge online popularity, but when it comes to their professional skills in acting, well,
they lack.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean they are really prestige actors, but they do have huge online popularities and huge fan base online.
And the fans will defend them.
Yes. Because nowadays, I think the country's entertainment industry is very fandom driven. So fans, they play a bigger role in deciding not just negotiating, even deciding what kind of leading role their idol or celebrity is. And also sometimes they can decide how the production teams are going to like make tweaks to the script so that their celebrity can have longer screen time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing with online streaming TV dramas is when a lot of these platform companies, they are behind the production team now. So the numbers tell a lot. Of course, from an investor point of view, I want to get a glimpse of how big of a success or how big of a profit I can get from this project. And data, the number of fans, the number of followers, the number of the traffic of discussions that you can generate matter.
And I guess that, pardon me, takes away from the art
Yeah.
a little bit because it's putting power into a place that it shouldn't necessarily be, perhaps, which is perhaps why the new rules have come out. Now, this is really interesting. The new actor credit rules in China, what are they?
yeah, one of them is unified billing categories, meaning that the new regulations strictly limit actor titles to only 3 categories, respectively leading role, special appearance, and appearance. I think in the past we have like featured lead actor, friendly appearance, special lead actor. So a lot of titles. But nowadays we're just having 3. And also the title of special appearance is generally restricted to no more than 10 actors per production and must only be given to those with actual roles.
Yes, and in the past, I think I've saw titles such as specially invited lead, guest lead,
Yeah.
special guest appearance, surprise appearance, all been eliminated on the on the screens now. So only leading role, special appearance, and appearance. I think in one movie they have like 8 different types of credits given to 30 actors simply because they are all A-list stars.
Under the new rules, all other titles like co-star, guest lead, joint lead, those are now prohibited. The title of special appearance, like you said, no more than 10 actors per production, which makes me wonder what happens to that 11th
Don't invite the 11th
person.
person.
Yeah, right.
I mean, special appearance. You can't have all of them being special.
Yeah, because when it comes to special appearance,
Yes,
it's mostly
one or two
refer to big names.
A-list
Yeah, in the
stars.
industry, they are part of the production, but not as the protagonist. They may appear on 2 or 3 scenes
Yeah.
as a friendly, so that's why they are special appearance. And another very interesting standards is, I think, very similarly to the alphabetic,
Alphabetical order.
in Hollywood, is that in the rules standardized name order. So within the same credit category, for instance, special appearance, names must now be listed according to the number of strokes in the actor's legal surnames.
The
Right.
Chinese surname.
The Chinese characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with Avengers Endgame, for example, or any other production, if your name is Alex Anderson, well, congratulations to Alex Anderson because you are going to be first
Yeah.
every time. That's luck. Unless it's a screen name and they came up with that strategy. But my point is that it's just kind of a lucky thing, right? This is going to be true here now with the number of strokes
Yes.
in your
surname.
name.
In your surname. From the fewest to the most. For instance, the surname Wang has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strokes. And compared to my surname Fei, which has
that's a
10
lot.
strokes, the Wang name will go first before mine.
And if the stroke count of the first character, the surname is identical, and then the order is determined by the strokes in the second and third characters.
Wow.
And the rules applies to everyone.
And also, what's more interesting is that for those actors who have stage names, stage names don't count. So they
I was
have
just about to ask. Because if I'm an actor, I'm going straight to changing my name
Into
to
E.
like one stroke.
Yes.
Yeah.
E? Okay, so my Chinese stage name is now EE.
Yeah, that means I'm on the top of the list every time.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also think about that, consider that. And now only the rule requires actors to only use their legal names for billing. So for actors who still wish to use their stage name, they can also show their stage name in brackets. But the order of billing is decided by their family names.
Okay. These rules, this is interesting too, are not limited to the show's opening and closing credits. They must be strictly followed in all promotional materials. So what that means is posters. It also means trailers. It also means official social media posts and press releases, offline event material, all materials, anything related to the production has to follow this surname stroke count rule.
Yes, and I do also want to point it out that these rules are sort of issued by the industry, not by any regulators of the government. It's issued by 3 organizations within the acting TV production industry, but it will still mean a lot when it comes to production teams about what kind of standards I need to rely on in my future projects. Because, Steve, when I saw that the universal application of these rules to posters and trailers, I vividly remembered a lot of times I saw the hashtags on Weibo about different fans disputing and arguing with each other about whose name is bigger on this poster. And that creates a huge problems, especially when thinking about the production team behind this project.
Yeah.
They need to negotiate very carefully with the different actors in the team about, how should, in what way I'm not going to offend anybody.
I mean,
here.
I just wonder if this is going to work.
It's not. You mean
don't
the
think so?
rules?
Well, I
The
mean,
new rules?
yeah, because I don't know how much this makes sense. Okay, let me give you a very extreme example. Let's say I'm in a TV show with Jackie Chan, right? But my Chinese characters, Steve, would be. Are you doing the math?
Yeah, I'm counting the strokes.
I'm curious to know.
5.
Oh, that's good. I have 5, and Jackie Chan has more. Does it make sense to you that my name comes first? This is my point.
Only when you are leading the role.
But I won't be, obviously. Oh.
So then Jackie Chan is the leading character.
So
They're
it's-
under different categories.
Yes.
Aha. So it's not simply this.
Yeah.
It depends on where you are.
So
But if you find yourself in the same category,
Yeah.
With Jackie Chan?
that would, okay, for this example, let's say yes. Then I would be first.
Yeah, but
Lucky
still,
you.
that means you are on the same level of market value and reputation on the market.
Or maybe in the future, the billing order doesn't mean your
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't mean your market value or popularity or anything.
What is the, part of the reason these regulations were put into place was because of the fan battles, right? We don't need to go too far down that road. But I wonder how the fans feel about this because it takes the power out of their hands now.
Yeah, but I still think it are sort of helping them to navigate among what is the important factor in your star, in your idol. Is that the cloud, the traffic numbers behind that name, or the which one goes first, the order, or is really about the quality that this particular actor or actress was involved in? I mean, you can be a lead role in 10 trash TV dramas. It doesn't mean anything on the market. But if you are only sort of a supporting role in a award-winning film, I think the fans would be loved to see their supporting actors or actress be on a very important and big and influential project rather than 10 very trashy TV dramas that no one watches.
So if there was an impact before, right, if you got top billing before and you could use that as a negotiation piece for your next salary on your next project,
Yeah.
then that's going to be gone.
For actors?
Yeah. But at the same time,
But
the reason you got, sorry to interrupt, the reason you got a top billing is because you're a star.
yeah.
So therefore,
So, for actors, it might be another indicator for them to focus more on their acting skills instead of growing more fans.
Or which name comes first.
Yes, the name, the order doesn't matter anymore for them. And maybe for actors, if you want a long-term success and you want to gain the industrial recognition from not just your fans, but the general audience and public, then yeah, you might need to focus more on the content quality and your skills.
Yes, thinking about all the very famous names being the supporting roles in a movie or TV dramas, that means more than a bigger font on the poster.
production teams must be happy about this.
They always save
They
a
don't
lot
need to
of
worry
time.
about these wars anymore.
They don't care anymore.
Yeah, finally they can focus more on the quality and the content and the scripts instead of worrying that what the
Not
fans would say
nitpicking
about them.
on the order of name on the Weibo post we're gonna post.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, what an interesting story. And I'm happy to do this kind of story because it's something we don't get to think about and don't get to talk about very often either. I wonder what kind of show Jackie and I would do together.
Would love to see your name comes first before Jackie Chan is in it.
You'd be like, who? All right, that'll do it for Roundtable for today. Thank you very much for listening to our humble show. I'm Steve for Xingyu and Fei Fei. We all thank you. Have a great one and come back again next time, please.